most people who would come into obscene wealth like this, would think about buying an island or, going off and living some crazy life of luxury or traveling the world for the next 5 or 10 years, essentially doing nothing. And you decide to invest in this new endeavor seemingly immediately. Like, why did you make that decision?
Well, that was thankfully a reaction to, I went through the pain of living the cliche of money can't buy happiness early. So that was the very thing that gave birth to my true financial success. Was
so
me
walk
saying,
me through that, though. Because most people will never experience what it's like to come into crazy wealth.
Yeah, it is a really funny moment, and funny is the right word. It's fun, but it's also funny in that when I was growing up, part of the reason I wanted to get rich was I looked at those people with admiration, and I did not look at myself with admiration. Mm-hmm. So I thought, oh, well, if I can get wealthy, then I will look at myself with admiration. This will be amazing. And then when I got the money, by then I had changed myself fundamentally as a person, and I had earned so much self-respect and so much self-worth that by the time I got the money, I wasn't looking for anything from the money other than it is the great facilitator. It will let you do extraordinary things, but it won't make you an extraordinary person. It won't make you feel any differently about yourself. And because the money came literally like that, because we had paper wealth, so I was worth hundreds of millions of dollars on paper. But I just cannot stress enough, that's meaningless in your real life. I was driving, at one point a beat up Ford Focus. My wife and I had to share. It had a leaky exhaust. And yet at that point, I was worth tens of millions of dollars. But there were employees that were living far better lives than I was from a financial standpoint. So that's paper money. Now, bank account money came in an instant. And so it was about, 6 years into our journey. And we decided to take a small investment to diversify. So it was a pure founder liquidity moment. And because the valuation of the company was over $1 billion, you can imagine even at a small percentage, just the raw number of dollars is insanity. So all of a sudden I was fantastically wealthy. But I was like, it is so, in fact, this was how that day went. So everyone I said earlier, beliefs, values, identity, habits, routines, right? These are the things that make people up. And I just have a value system that says it's not about the money. It's about building something you believe in. It's about serving other people. It's about work ethic. It's about showing up and working. And I value myself for that. So on the day that the money hit, it hit at 8 a.m. in the morning or something. And my wife, we're both in the gym. And she's like, what are we going to do today? And I was like, what do you mean? I'm going to work. And she couldn't wrap her head around that. She's like, whoa.
You're not going to go to the Lamborghini dealer?
Yeah, she's like, come on, we've got to go do something. We've got to celebrate. And I'm like, there's no universe in which I don't show up for work today. None, under no circumstances. So if you were to ask my employees, when did the money hit? They'd all be like, I have no idea. They knew that it did hit, but they didn't know what day because I acted completely the same. And the thing that I want people to understand is I feel the same. So all of the things that I believe about myself to be good, I still believe to be good. I earned them. I earned them by doing the hard thing time and time and time and time again. I know how much I'm willing to serve people and my family and myself and all. I just know I've done it for years and years and years. So when it came to, do I buy an island and retire or do I double down? It came down to what will make me love my life the most. And the reality is the thing that would make me love my life the most, because it would still be fun to just go home and be with my wife. But the thing that will make me love my life the most is to do the things that are fulfilling. And I think fulfillment has a very specific, universal formula. And that formula is work your ass off to get very good at something that you care deeply about that allows you to serve not only yourself, but other people. That's it. You got to have all of it.
Technique.
Literally.
Yes.
Rich, it is literally technique.
Yeah.
And people, they
Explain
don't think
what that is
that
for people that don't know.
So it's this ancient Greek notion of fulfillment, basically. And the fact that it's coming from that word, technique, to get good at something and something that's hard. So the way that I explain it to people is people think of doing something like going and ladling soup at a soup kitchen, which may be the right place to start. But ultimately, you're going to realize anyone can do this. And so I haven't earned something special that allows me to serve myself and humanity. So part of it is working your ass off to get a set of skills that have real value. And my whole thing, this may be the biggest problem we face as a society. People don't remember that skills have utility. They let you do something. You don't learn to build a house to impress your parents. You learn to build a house so people can live in the house you build. And once people understand that, like, holy shit, you're building this house so somebody can live in it, build a home in it, have a family, be sheltered from storms, like, fuck, it's a real thing, man. And so all of that effort and energy you went into, I have the chills right now, is so you can create that moment for yourself, for other people. It is something so much more than going to architecture school, which maybe you went to because your parents wanted that and they were architects. And so you do that thing for that. And you forget that the whole reason you became an architect was to build houses. And so once people realize, oh, I'm putting all of this time and energy to build these things because they let me do something. What do I want to do? What do I want to give? What do I want to create? When you look at skills from that perspective, it is being a superhero. It is being a superhero. You're going to collect these abilities. These abilities actually let you do something. The fact that Superman can fly allows him to save people, allows him to do things other people can't do. We all have this opportunity to become capable of the extraordinary, to be able to do things other people can't do. And that feels so good.